Text 8. Her hand adorned with rings, bangles, and the charmer of hand, when Rukmini looked resplendent standing near Lord Krishna, her jeweled ankle bells tinkled, and her necklace glittered, reddened by the kumkum from her breasts, which were covered by the end of her sari. On her hips she wore a priceless belt. Purport. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti points out that as Queen Rukmini fanned her lord with broad strokes, the jewels and gold on her beautiful limbs resounded with her effort. Text 9. As he contemplated her, the goddess of fortune herself, who desires only him, Lord Krishna smiled. The Lord assumes various forms to enact his pastimes, and he was pleased that the form the goddess of fortune had assumed was just suitable for her to serve as his consort. Her charming face was adorned with curling hair, earrings, a locket on her neck, and the nectar of her bright, happy smile. The Lord then spoke to her as follows. Purport. Srila Sridhar Swami has quoted an interesting verse spoken by Sri Parashar in the Vishnu Purana. Devatve devadeheyam manushyatve ch manushi vishnu dehanurupam vai karoti eshat manastanam. When the Lord appears as a demigod, she, the goddess of fortune, takes the form of a demigoddess, and when he appears as a human being, she takes a human-like form. Thus, the body she assumes matches the one Lord Vishnu takes. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti adds that the Lord Krishna, even more beautiful than the Lord of Vaikuntha, Lord Krishna's consort Rukmini Devi, is even more attractive than the goddess of fortune in the Vaikuntha world. Text 10. The Supreme Lord said, "My dear princess, you are sought after by many kings as powerful as the rulers of the planets. They are all abundantly endowed with political influence, wealth, beauty, generosity, and physical strength." Text 11. Since your brother and father offered you to them, why did you reject the king of Chedi? Why did you reject the king of Chedi and all those other suitors who stood before you, maddened by Cupid? Why instead you chose us, who are not at all your equal? Text 12. Terrified of these kings, O lovely broad one, we took shelter in the ocean. We have become enemies of powerful men, and we practically abandoned our royal throne. Purport. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti comments on this verse as follows. The Lord's mentality here can be understood as follows. When I give Rukmini a single flower from the heavenly Parijata tree, Satyabhama showed such a torrent of fury that I could not pacify her even by bowing down at her feet. Only when I gave her a whole Parijata tree was she satisfied. Rukmini, however, did not display any anger even when she saw me give Satyabhama the whole tree. So how can I enjoy the nectar of angry words from this wife, who never feels jealousy, who is supremely sober, and who always speaks pleasingly? Thus considering, the Supreme Lord decided, if I speak like this to her, I will be able to provoke her anger. This is how some authorities explain Krishna's speech to Rukmini. According to the Acharyas, here the words Balavad Bihi Kritadveshan Prayah indicate that Lord Krishna opposed almost all the contemporary kings during his incarnation, befriending only a few such as the Pandavas and the loyal members of his dynasty. Of course, as stated in the beginning of the 10th canto, Lord Krishna appeared specifically because the earth was overburdened by innumerable bogus kings and he wanted to remove this burden. Finally, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti points out that the word Tyaktan Ripasanam Giving up the king's throne indicates that after Lord Krishna's killing Kamsa, he humbly gave the royal throne to his grandfather Ugrasena, although the Lord himself was entitled to it. Text 13. O fine-browed lady, women are usually destined to suffer when they stay with men whose behavior is uncertain and who pursue a path not approved by society. Text 14. We have no material possessions and we are dear to those who similarly have nothing. Therefore, O slender one, the wealthy hardly ever worship me. Purport. Like the Lord, his devotees are uninterested in material sense gratification, being awakened to the superior pleasure of Krishna consciousness. Those who are intoxicated by material wealth cannot appreciate the supreme wealth of the kingdom of God. Text 15. Marriage and friendship are proper between two people who are equal in terms of their wealth, worth, influence, physical appearance, and capacity for good progeny, but never between a superior and an inferior.